hijab was born by my mother, her mother, and all mothers stretching back to the beginning of Islam. It is woven into my blood. It is sewn into the very essence of me. I do not view it as a barrier or as chains that shackle me, causing me to lose my voice in a world of men. Time has transcended the meaning of this covering. It is a part of me. Do not paint mosaics exposing my skin. This is no burqa. This is no Afghan. Welcome to hashtag YA Lit Chat. I'm Sahara with the St. Louis Public Library, and in this chat, we typically talk about fiction and nonfiction young adult novels, as well as juvenile fiction titles for tweens. We do this every Friday at noon, so we are excited today to talk about a book that I really enjoy. Let's get into it. So for today's novel, we have a juvenile fiction title, and it is called 1,000 Questions. And it was written by Saadia Faruqi and published by Quill Tree Books. This book is also available on Hoopla in ebook format. So this is a novel that is about Mimi, who has to spend her entire summer in Pakistan. And she doesn't really want to be there, but she writes letters to her long absent father and pretends it's her journal. And then she meets Sakina, and Sakina is trying to help her family any way she can. And the two girls couldn't be more different. One wears a hijab, one does not. And they kind of have to learn that they need each other and that they can learn a lot from each other. So I'm going to read a bit of this book. And the first part is by Mimi. Summer vacation is overrated. Imagine an oven, like 400 degrees, then imagine crawling inside and closing the door behind you. That's what Pakistan feels like in the summer. Who would be dumb enough to crawl inside a super hot oven, you ask? Good question. Nobody with brains, that's who. We're standing outside the Jinnah airport in Karachi, trying to get a taxi from a small kiosk with dirty windows. There are a million people around me, all talking faster than I can understand. And anyway, they're talking in Urdu, so I only have a vague idea of what they're saying. Mom fans herself with a parent's magazine, the blonde model on the cover all creased as she tries to keep her mom cool. I try fanning too, but my copy of the New Dork Diaries is too thick and short to give me any air. I grunt, and Mom turns to frown at me. So this is a very cute novel written from the perspective of Mimi and Sakina, which I think you'll enjoy. So check it out. All right, so for today's Shelve It or Read It list, we have books that feature Muslim girls. So the first one is Does My Head Look Big in This? Would I read it? Now, it is a recently published 2020 novel, so I'd probably check it out. It sounds actually pretty good. It's about a girl who is taking on the hijab, and she is wondering if it makes her head look big, if it's something that she should take on. Is it a big weight in her life, or should she just display her faith in other ways? So I would read that. And then we have Internment, which is a set in the future book about a internment camp for Muslim American citizens. And I would, of course, read that book. I have mentioned it before in this series, so it is something that I think is very well written. Then we have All American Muslim Girl, and this is about a girl who is stuck in between two worlds, and she is trying to figure out where she fits in. Does she fit in more in her American world or in the Muslim world? And so I would probably read it just because it is very popular and everybody has something good to say about it. So I would definitely read that one. And then there is A Girl Like That, which is a thriller featuring a Muslim girl character, which I think is definitely worth a read. So that means I would read all of these. It's just a very good theme. I just don't know. I think seeing a Muslim girls featured in books is very rare. And so I love that we have all of these wonderful women characters that are featured in these books. Thank you so much for tuning in today. If you enjoyed today's novel, give it a thumbs up. Also, head on over to slpl.org so you can see what resources we have available for you at the Kids and Teens tab. You can also check out our novel list K through 8 plus, which is a resource we offer at SLPL so that you can see what books relate to what books and what age range it falls under. It's really great. If you want to type in Muslim Girl, you can see what pops up and what other selections we have and what age ranges they are for. Because today, if you noticed, I did a juvenile fiction title and then I did all young adult fiction titles for Shelve It or Read It. So I want to thank you to Saadia, Faruqi, and to Quill Tree Books for this amazing novel. And I look forward to seeing you next Friday at noon. Peace.